As the Director of UNESCO office in Jakarta and representative to Indonesia, I congratulate you for celebrating this special day. And this special day in 2020 is themed as the literacy, teaching, and learning in the COVID-19 crisis and beyond, and especially the emphasis which need to be put on the role of educators and the changing learning and teaching methods. I would like to congratulate our dynamic leader, His Excellency the Minister of Education and Culture, Bapa Nadim Makarim, for his wonderful leadership and especially for leading during this time, which has been a difficult time around the world, making sure the learning continues and making sure the accessible and quality education as a basic human right and for lifelong learning is available to all. And I want to also acknowledge the wonderful work of all colleagues of Ministry of Education and Culture, and especially for the National Commission of UNESCO and their role in many webinars and for many teaching and learning opportunities we have been working together. We have made great progress around the world in literacy, and especially Indonesia has been a great leader in making sure literacy is as much advanced as possible around the whole of Indonesia. But still, we have a big challenge around the world as 773 million adults and young people lack basic literacy skills. And there is similarly a challenge, ongoing challenge for 617 million children and adolescents where we are not achieving the basic minimum in terms of reading and mathematics skills. And this has been further magnified by the COVID-19 crisis. There has been many new challenges which have affected our schools and lifelong learning, and especially for those youth and adults with no or low literacy skills. During the initial phase of the pandemic, as we know, many schools were closed down in more than 190 countries. And that basically meant that 91% of world's student population of 1.6 billion children were affected around the world. This affected both teachers as well as the students in all areas of education at an unprecedented scale. A range of new solutions were tried, and of course, the role of the virtual schools, the role of dissemination of materials through TV and radio, as well as open spaces, they have been experimented and successfully applied in Indonesia and around the world. During this time of COVID, we have certainly understood now that we were not that well prepared, both the teachers, the students, but also at the same time, our policy makers were not as prepared to deal with such a situation. And as we have been preparing the post-COVID or during COVID plans, there has been not as much emphasis on the adult literacy programs as needs to be there. So we need to carefully see those with no or low literacy skills. How can we make sure that those who get highly affected because they lose their livelihoods as well as for their basic understanding for the crisis situation, but for the life situation is critical. So during this time of COVID-19 pandemic, how do we make sure the education as well as socioeconomic impacts are carefully taken into account in our plans for building back better? There is still a very big gap. The gap was there even before the COVID-19 crisis. And the ground realities show that maybe the gap is even bigger in case of some countries. For building resilience, for making sure that we have taken care of all those who have been left behind, all those who have no or low literacy skills, there are provisions for them, and we make sure that such provisions exist at the global regional, as well as at the national levels for lifelong learning systems and for building capacities for both the teachers and for the students. So how can we move better during and after this particular pandemic? So certainly the role of the new teaching and learning has been emphasized at all levels, and how do we make sure the capacities of the educators are upgraded accordingly. How literacy, teaching, and learning um, were affected, we need to take stock of that. What are the some of the most effective teaching approaches that should be maintained or expanded? How can teaching and learning for youth and adult literacy be reimagined in times of COVID-19 and beyond? These are some of the questions we can immediately think of, which can guide some of our responses. But at the same time, there must be many more ideas which must have come from the educators in the field to prepare collective responses and for better reflection as well as for actions. So, as we know, literacy is at the heart of the Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG number 4. And we cannot achieve any of the SDGs unless we achieve the quality education for all, the SDG number 4. Thank you very much for listening to me and for the wonderful leadership from Indonesia for promoting literacy around the world. So I look forward to deliberations from today and for working even closer with the Ministry of Education and Culture under the leadership of His Excellency, the Minister of Education and Culture. Terima kasih. Have a wonderful day.